Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This video we are looking at the NFL Prize Picks plays for Monday night. Got two games today: Eagles, Bucks, and the Rams against the Bengals. Only question mark right now is Joe Burrow, which is a big one, but we got a lot of props to pick from, so I got six. I want to share with you guys. Let's get started. Yesterday's Prize Picks went 4 out of 6. Really thought we had a shot. Calvin Ridley, the Jags, I guess, are just bad this year, and then CeeDee Lamb only got 53, I believe. Cowboys ended up losing to the Cardinals, which is hilarious. But did post some things on Twitter. Gave you guys a plus 4,000 SGP for that Chargers Chargers Vikings game, which was absolutely nuts. So that one hit. Posted that here. So make sure you follow on X if you want to get involved with some picks and parlays. Posted a couple more for last night's game and fell short thanks to Austin Hooper. Couldn't get us 5 yards. But we move on to the Prize Picks plays. I got, like I said, 6. Want to share with you guys. Let's get started. As always, enjoy the content. Appreciate if you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out other links in the description. So far, it's been a great week 3 if you play DraftKings or FanDuel. Lineups, just crushed them. So looking to keep it going today. Hopefully we can do a 6 out of 6 Prize Picks. First prop I'm looking at is over 68.5 receiving yards for A.J. Brown. So this is typically the Eagles' MO when you have a player that wasn't super involved in their most recent game. They'll look to them in the next game. It happened in week 1 with Dallas Goedert not having any catches. They targeted him a couple times on the first drive. Or in the first quarter, he had like 3 catches, I believe, and finished the game with 6 catches. So we took his over 4 catches in that game. Week 1 of last year, Devontae Smith was invisible, then he had a big week 2, and A.J. Brown got into a spat with Jalen Hurts on the sidelines. Only has 29 yards, I believe, last week, or something very low. Yeah, 29 yards. No touchdowns yet for him this year. Devontae Smith's been crushing it. So I think it's going to be the A.J. Brown week tonight, and 68.5 receiving yards against Tampa. Very doable. Eagles 5-point favorites right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Brown gets into the end zone first, and just feel like it's just a super low number for a guy that's due. And the Eagles are missing their third receiver, so Zacchaeus will fill that role. But last week we saw DJ Moore put up 104 against them. Week 1 we saw Justin Jefferson put up 150 against them. So number 1 receivers had success against the Bucks defense. Then another number 1 receiver I'm looking at is on the other side. That's Mike Evans. He's been awesome for the Bucks. Even with Baker Mayfield, some people might have questioned if he was going to have some good showings. But touchdown in each of the first 2 games. He has 6 catches in each game. He's been targeted 10 times and just continues to put up great performances. Eagles defense has been a bit Swiss cheese so far through the first couple weeks. Justin Jefferson went 11 for 159 against them. In week 1, we saw a kind of a combination of Patriots receivers do well, but especially Kendrick Bourne, 664 and 2 touchdowns. So only 54.5 receiving yards for Mike Evans. Take that all day. Another Tampa Bay Buck that I like is the tight end Cade Otton over his 26.5 receiving yards, because Eagles have really struggled against tight ends as well with their secondary and their linebackers. So Hunter Henry went 5 for 56 and a touchdown. Eagles have given up the most points to tight ends this year, fantasy-wise. And then so week 1, Hunter Henry had a huge game, and then last week, Eagles let T.J. Hockenson have 2 touchdowns and have 60-plus yards against them. So taking Cade Otton over 26.5 receiving yards. Another one I'm looking to is Puka Nacua, 65.5. I think looks good for yards, but I'm going to take a look at his receptions, because for a guy that's been targeted 15 and 20 times through the first couple weeks, and if he continues to be targeted, he should be targeted 10 plus times. Expect him to bring home at least 6 grabs, so I'm taking that instead. But I like him with the receptions, or you can take the yards. But he's just been insane with how often Stafford is using him. We know Cooper Kupp is still out, and besides Nacua, Atwell, they haven't gotten anything out of Justin Jefferson. And then Higbee, I still like him, but he's also been a bit quiet this year so far. But I think that is pretty likely to change. Next prop we're looking at is rushing and receiving yards. I'm taking Kyren Williams over 82.5. They got rid of Cam Akers. It's going to be Kyren Williams' show back there. It's only been a few weeks, but he's already just absorbing a big workload. Last week had the third highest snap share, so he's a 3-down back. You're getting him 82. You need 83 yards. He had 10 targets last week, 100 total yards against a tough 49ers defense, a much easier matchup against the Bengals. And I think he'll be able to move the ball. And he's going to be looking in the receptions too with the Stafford. He loves to throw. So take him over 82.5 rushing and receiving yards as the fifth prop. And then for the final prop, I'm going back over to receiving yards. I think this board has just a lot that looks pretty appealing. Goddard at 38.5. I like him just with not having Quez Watkins there. And then, I prefer Evans, but I think Chris Godwin is definitely in play. Palmer as their third receiver has some upside. But I'm going with the tight end here. Sample should be the number one tight end. We don't know if it's going to be Joe Burrow yet. Chase and Higgins, a little bit questionable right now, just if Burrow's able to play. If we do get confirmation, I'd take Chase over 72.5 receiving yards, but I'm going with Tyler Higbee, 31.5. Matthew Stafford loves to throw. That offense is just super pass heavy. Over 300 yards passing for Stafford in both of the first couple weeks this year. And you're getting Tyler Higbee, who's another guy that just stays out on the field. His targets and receptions will come just with how often he's out there. 92% of team snaps through the first couple weeks, which is, you're already just seeing just some of these on the 2 games late. You got a lot of tight ends that just stay out there. You got Otten, Goddard, and Higbee, 2, 3, and 4 in team snap percentage through the first couple weeks. So I'm taking Higbee over 31.5 receiving yards. We got Otten over 26.5. I think Goddard is another sensible play at 38.5. But that is what I got for you guys on this Prizepicks slate. Over 68.5 receiving yards for A.J. Brown. Over 54.5 receiving yards for Mike Evans. Over 26.5 receiving yards for Cade Otten. 6 receptions for Nakua, 83 rush/receiving yards for Kyren Williams, and over 31.5 receiving yards for Tyler Higbee. Best of luck if you are tailing. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments section. Put some more props that you like, and I will catch you all next time.